What up, Dick? Yes, it's another episode of the Real Nigga Podcast with your boy, 90%. Now, shouts out to Millennium, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start this shit off proper, man. What the fuck was that? What was that, huh? Fuck was that? Sorry, Dad. Let's redo that. Shouts out to Millennium, man. We was just listening to his new Millennium podcast. You know, he's pretty underrated. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully me saying he's underrated makes him get more exposure, but not too much exposure where he overrated. See what I did there? But anyway, I just want to say shouts out to him because I just watched I listened to some of the podcasts with Johnny Money. A nigga about to sneeze. And it's very interesting, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all the niggas that said bless me. But it's very interesting, you know, his whole upbringing. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he was a little kid, you know, I remember that was just Johnny Polo Jit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's Johnny Polo Jit. You know what I mean? Johnny Polo Jit. And I ain't never really see him, you know, I ain't think of him as being a big superstar, like, you know, doing anything big like that. And, you know, so I'm gonna be real, man. It surprises me to see that this nigga is on NXTV, you know what I'm saying, and doing very well for himself. You know what I'm saying? He's holding down I forget the name of the championship, but he talked about it a little bit on the podcast. You know, I'm proud of him. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if Johnny Polo had any singles titles, so you know this is pretty big for his son to have a singles title. You know what I mean, and have it down for this long. I see him having a very bright future. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that people are behind him like that, and he has a strong following. And I think he one of the first people to have such a strong following. I'm surprised I'm spending a long time on this shit. But nah, man, it's just you know, I thought it was very interesting. It inspired me to have a special guest on the Real Nigga Podcast. You know what I'm saying? I hit him up. You know what I mean? No Tupac, and he answered the phone, and here he is. But I gotta do the news before you know we go in. And the news is, man, you know, I'm just gonna say this though. He ain't no real news, but man, Mill said some real shit. It's like life in 2017 isn't the best. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit just hard, man. You know what I mean? Just a lot of shit. Having a job that I have is cool. Just everything is just nothing is really working out. Like everything it seems over here on our end, it just seems like everything we build on, you know what I'm saying, just we can't make it past the process. Like we just stuck. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just designed to keep us stuck. And it's like every time we find a way, oh, this shit blocked. Or every time we find a way, this shit blocked. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of blockage going on when we really trying to, you know, do something that's gonna help us in the future. You feel me? And it's just a lot of shit that's just getting in the way. A lot of stuff. And, you know, I don't want to go into it too much. Just understand that we at that part of life, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through this shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, we just in the process of reporting on what the fuck going on. And, you know, it's annoying as fuck, dog, because it's like, damn, nigga, you know, you just really want to just do well. You know what I mean? But too much bullshit going on, bruh. Alright? You know, tired of this dead end job shit, man. It's like, damn, bro, nothing's gonna happen from this except the same check, same food. You know what I mean? You can't continue to maintain with the same lifestyle. You're gonna die in the process. So, anyway, our special guest is a dude that's always sleeping, but your ass better not sleep on my shit. Yo, man, you know I ain't gonna do that shit. That's right, Dag. We got Mack Anthony in this bitch. Mack Anthony in the building, nigga. Yeah. What's up, Mac? What's up, Big Mac? Yo, I'm chilling, nigga. You know what I mean? Just, yo, cooling Um, Yo, 90, you ever had an argument, you know what I'm saying? And then you just kind of talk to a homie right after the argument. It's just like you still got that little feeling in you, like you still want to call the person that you was just having problems with a bitch really bad. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Yeah, I mean, you can call her live and just call her a bitch real fast. You know, I'd rather text her. Oh, go ahead, do your thing, Dad. Fucking bitch. You capitalized it, right? Oh, of course. Oh, okay. So, Mac, man, I mean, welcome to the Real Nigga Podcast, Dag. So far, within your career, you on Jazz Mars Podcast where you continue to sleep. Fuck you, dude. You did a podcast with Queen of my auntie, you know what I'm saying? And it's yet to be uploaded. Uh, all kind of different things, you know. What is the... Well, let's talk about your past and, you know, get to where you are now, man. Mac, I mean, where you from? Well, yo, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? My story crazy, man, but yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And shit, it was me, my mom's, you know, and I never really got along with my family like that. But like, we used to we was the type of family that would be watching Good Times and shit, and you know, all the little cliche black family love each other type of shows. But you know, in our house it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? We was the opposite of what we was watching. You know, I mean, we just had problems. Like, I would argue. My mom's, she would just do little shit to, like, you know, like make me hot. You know what I mean? Like, she'll just do little stuff, like, you know, waking me up at 3 in the morning, you know what I mean, having this long ass talk. You need to be doing some shit with your life, you know what I mean? All you do is eat my curry goat, and you know what I'm saying, you're just fucking, you're a piece of shit. It's just early in the fucking morning, you know what I mean? And I used to be like, yo, Mom Deuce, why you bugging, you know? But what I came to find out later is moms used to trip because I looked like my dad, you know what I mean? And, you know, I ain't trying to say every broad, but fuck that. Every broad I come across, oh shit, yo, that's black. You know what I'm saying? They all do that shit. Oh, you look like your dad, so you are your dad. Get the fuck off that shit. I'm not my dad. I'm your son. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't never seen it like that. So, you know, I was already outcasted, you know what I mean, by just my looks. And, you know, my dad wasn't shit. He a piece of shit. Fuck you. You know what I mean? And he wound up leaving like a straight bitch. You know what I mean? He can get a dick, but can't take care of what the dick produces. You know what I mean? The sperm that the dick, the sperm that the dick produce. Yeah, Mac Anthony. Sorry. Don't make fun of me, Dak. Don't be spitting on my phone. Sorry, man. Spitting all on his mother. All over my phone. Oh my God. You know, this already a piece of shit. Yeah. Just a small bit of sweat or water can damage this motherfucker and have it calling Jake from State Farm in 3 seconds. So don't be sitting here. Don't do that. So yeah, man, you know, I say about fucking 13, a nigga had enough, you know, and I just straight ran away, and I ran to Yonkers, you know what I mean? I ran to Yonkers. I used to just run with Jazz, you know. I dropped out of high school fucking 10th grade, you know what I mean? That shit wasn't for me anyway, you know. Actually, no, yo. So I had to be 15 then when I ran away, not 13. Cause I dropped out of school. You know what I mean? I ain't have enough credits anyway. I wasn't gonna make that shit. Niggas can say shit like, yo, you beating yourself up. Like, nah, I wouldn't have made that shit. That shit was retarded. I ain't an honor roll dude, nigga. I was getting good grades by fucking them bitches. Word. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, health class was fucking bitches. PE class was playing ball with my boys. Science class was, I don't know, nigga, looking at the moon thinking about my future. Word. But so I wound up running away, you know what I'm saying, 10th grade, and I went to Yonkers, you know, from Brooklyn to Yonkers, New York, you know what I'm saying, and I used to just chill with Jazz, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, how y'all met, Dak? Because y'all got a great chemistry. I mean, you know, when y'all are together, y'all actually got recording of the year in 2014 when Jazz was just ordering pizza, and you know, your first appearance on XTV West Coast. Y'all just got great chemistry. I mean, and when did y'all meet? Actually, though, nigga, shit, me and Jazz, we've been around for a minute. That wasn't the first appearance of me. Like, Jazz got a crop of dudes, you know what I'm saying, that he chill with. But how we met, I remember this dude, he had like a pigeon coop, you know what I'm saying? And you see, one thing about Brooklyn niggas is we just hustle, you know what I mean? And we able to like see A, B, C money. Like okay, there was this cat, you know what I'm saying, in Brooklyn, who he used to cook all kind of birds and shit. He used to cook all kind of like chickens, you name it, nigga. If it flies, nigga, he cooks it. So Jazz had a pigeon coop, you know what I'm saying? And this dude, like, he would give you money if you would give him, like, you know, birds or some shit. Jazz had a fucking pigeon coop, you feel me? I didn't know this dude at the time. I just used to steal from niggas, you know, I used to steal turkeys and stuff. Like, that's how I used to make my money. I used to just, like, you know, steal little birds here and there and just give it to dude. You know, pigeons was like, you know, since they the, like, ratty as nasty as birds, he'll give you, like, what, $50 for the shit. You know what I'm saying? But if it's, like, I guess an exotic ass bird, you know, for him to cook, he'll pay you, like, you know, hundreds, 200, whatever, you know. So shit, I see pigeons all the time. So boom, you know, I chase them down, kill them. Nigga, you was a pigeon chaser? Yeah. You know, I used to chase pigeons and, you know, cut their heads off. And the shit just got tiring. I mean, you see me, 90, like I'm a big fat ass nigga. You know, so I got tired of chasing pigeons. But one time, you know, I look on the roof and I'm just thinking like, damn, you know, I know a lot of dead pigeons be on the rooftop. So I'm in Jazz's burrow, not knowing it's Jazz. I go up to the rooftop and I'm like, yo, it's a shitload of pigeons in this little thing. It's like a pigeon coop. And the pigeons are slow birds, I mean, you know. So anyway, I opened the damn coop, grabbed me a pigeon, you know, take the head off, and I had to kill like damn near 15 of Jazz's pigeons, you know what I mean? And you know, I did that shit, and I made some good money though, you know what I mean? I made decent money because there was a lot of pigeons I gave dude. Dude wound up giving me, you know what I'm saying, a good $80. And for me, you know what I mean, a nigga that just ran from home that ain't got nothing, nigga, that's good. You know what I'm saying? I'ma eat tonight. You know, fat ass. Fuck you. So, you know, I go back to the pigeon coop because I ain't get all the pigeons. I go back to the pigeon coop, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, okay, this the hustle. Go up there, you know, take the pigeons and give it to dude, you know, to cook it. And then I see Jazz, you know what I'm saying? And I say, I just see this look in this dude's eyes. I don't know it's Jazz now. I say, dude, you straight? Because he just looked depressed, you know? I'm like, man, keep your head up, kid. I know these crackers got it like this, but yo, we gonna survive. Keep your head up, kid. And I say, what's wrong though? What's wrong? It can't be that bad. What's wrong? He say, nah, man. It's bad. Word. It's bad. Yo, I feel like jumping off the fucking rooftop. I'm like, yo, chill, 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 shorty. And he was just telling me about his life and shit. How like, he kind of had a similar background like me. Like shit, his family wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, like that. Jazz stayed though. He tried to make it work with his family. Me, shit, I'm like, fuck it, y'all niggas don't care, I'm out. You know what I mean? Move on to the next thing. And he said he found solace in the pigeons. You know what I'm saying? Like that was his thing. You know how like, white people love they damn dogs or cats. Jazz love pigeons. You know what I mean? And he said, shit, all I gotta do is feed the motherfuckers and, talk to them about my life. And they might shit and everything like that, but shit, at least they listen more than a human listens. You know what I mean? And so, me killing them birds, giving them the dude made me feel bad. And yo, not even lying, I wound up telling them, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I killed your pigeons. This nigga pulled the Gaju out. Oh shit. The nigga pulled he pulled the fucking Gaju. We got white people watching, dog. I don't think they know what the Gaju is, dog. Oh, well, look, he pulls out a fucking pistol. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, chill. And he like, yo, why the fuck you killed them? And I'm like, yo, I ain't mean nothing by it, homie. I ain't mean shit by it. I was just trying to, and I explained the story, da-da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? Blase, blase. And he like, okay. I wound up giving him the money. You know what I'm saying? I had to starve that night, But he seen that honesty in me. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying that like, I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna be like, yo, I don't know who did that. Like, he seen the honesty in me. And on top of that, when you meet somebody with similar paths, similar backgrounds, you know what I mean, and y'all just connect like that, shit, y'all gonna grow. And pause. But we was inseparable after that. Damn, nigga, you lucky you said pause. Yeah, we was always, cause like he'll go to school and shit. And I wasn't even like supposed to go to the school he was going to. I just used to go there anyway. You know what I mean? I just used to have a book bag and shit and just walk around campus randomly. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't just pick me out and be like, hey, are you supposed to be in this school? So he'll just call me on his little raggedy ass Altel Nokia cell phone, and he'll be like, "Yo, man, it's lunchtime. You out here, Mac?" And I go to lunchtime with him. You know what I'm saying? He like get the little school free lunch and shit. And he give me a whole damn tray with a bunch of shit, nigga, chips, motherfucking churro sticks, all kind of shit. Jazz used to look out. And so, I used to look out for him too. You know what I mean? Getting him like some badass bitch, little prostitutes, in the street and shit like that. And that's how that relationship worked. You know what I mean? We both looked out for each other. With the little bit he had on his level, he would give me a little bit from his level, and with the little bit I had on my level, I give him the little bit I had on my level. And from that, you know what I'm saying, that built a friendship right there. So, you asked how me and Jazz met. It was, like that. It's crazy, man. He put the damn pistol out on your ass, Mac. Yeah. The nigga Mac would have been asleep for good. Damn. You know what I'm saying? But Jazz a real cool dude, a real thorough dude. You know what I'm saying? And he just, it's just how he is. So, I mean, like you mentioned, Jazz got a clique of niggas, dog. Yeah. Cause we got old recordings from like 2011, and I don't know which recording it is. It's one of many, where it's Jazz Mar and just a bunch of dudes with New York accents. You got a Harlem, New York accent person. You got you on there, I believe. Just all kind of shit, like Well, we ain't the most social niggas. You know what I'm saying? And shit, and birds of a feather flock together, and again, dude, like, with the people that got him on his level and the people that got me on my level, we kind of just clicked up. You know what I mean? The outcasts, the people that everybody look at and be like, them niggas crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us clicked together. You know what I mean? And we made our own world. We made our own unit. And we ain't got no team. We ain't got no label. We ain't got no name or nothing like that. It's just me, Mac Anthony, Jazzmar, Spit. Spit gonna be coming to NXTV real soon. Check him out real soon. Shouts out to Spit. I might even have him on my podcast. If you don't sleep, fuck you, nigga. Spit, Skinny, fucking Big Bag. You know what I'm saying? Ray Def. Yo, just a bunch of niggas, you know what I'm saying? And when we meet, you know what I'm saying? And we just be all together. So anybody besides Spit coming to XTV? And why that nigga called Spit? I'm just gonna ask it. Because this nigga spits all the time. I mean, you mean rap or just nigga loogies. Like yo, we be in the middle. He can't finish one sentence without taking a spit. Like one fucking sentence. I mean, he got a little better as he got older and shit like that. But like, dude used to just straight spit. I mean, you know what I mean? He be talking to a girl like, yeah, you look good, girl. You know what I mean? Just this big nasty, one of them nasty loogies and shit with the little red thing hanging. Like, what the fuck did you spit out, nigga? Alien? You know what I mean? So yeah, what you was asking though? Oh, anybody besides Spit comment? Maybe a few dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's so many, but I don't know. You got to look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? So you and Jazz meet. I mean, when does Jazz decide to come to XTV? Shit again, yo. It's just, man, it was when we was in high school. Because, me and Jazz was bad as fuck, yo. You know what I mean? Like, we was just some badass niggas, back in high school. Like, because we used to keep to ourselves, One thing that I noticed with human behavior, and the nigga Mac ain't no psychologist, no philosopher, nothing like that. But, it's like one thing I noticed with human behavior is when you introverted and you keep to yourself and you that unique of a person to not, operate based on how everybody else operating, motherfuckers gonna test you. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna try to get you on their level so you more like them. And well, people used to test us and shit. You know what I mean? Just disrespect us for no reason. And I'm talking about bitches, niggas, and they ain't talking white, black. I'm talking the whole race of motherfuckers that just want to fuck with you because they fucked up. You know what I mean? And they can't be as unique as us, so they gotta fuck with us. And so, shit, all through our high school, me, Jazz, and all the niggas I named, Spit, Big Bag, all of us, we used to just be fighting, yo. We used to fight all the time because dudes used to test us and girls used to always instigate that shit. One thing I hate, yo, and I know this gonna probably go on a tangent or something else, but fuck that. This the Real Nigga Podcast with 90. That's right, Dag. Yo, bitches start the most fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, cause bitches love drama though. You know what I mean? So it's like they try to do different things and set things up so they can sit there and watch this damn fight. You know what I mean? What's the most popular show amongst bitches? Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop and shit. Bitches watch that shit. You know what I mean? You don't hear no dudes like, yo, I gotta watch that shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? These two hoes about to fight. Like, nigga, if you want to watch a bitch fight, nigga, you can watch this shit on YouTube. But bitches want to see that shit up close and personal, front row seats. You know what I mean? And that's what they used to do. Little bitches used to just pick fights. You know what I'm saying? Bitch act like she like me, act like she like Jazz, and start spreading rumors around. She already got a boyfriend, and this long ass fight. And whoever win gets her type of shit. Like, bitch, your pussy ain't worth that much. But being young, you know what I mean? You do things, you know what I'm saying? You think you fighting for this bitch's love, but you just a fucking puppet, you know, on her strings. And you know, me and Jazz got into so many fights where we was kicked out of like from county to state, nigga, of high schools, you know, and eventually we came here, you know what I mean? We came to XTV, and Jazz was just, you know, again introverted, and he in a new school. You know, a few of our dudes, you know, because some of the dudes from Yonkers, you know, they still in Yonkers, you know, but other dudes, you know, they came with us. Like I said, Big Bag, Spit, you know, and all these other dudes that came with us. You don't mention the other nigga name. You must have forgot. Shut up. But but so in XTV, you know, Jazz just be doing poetry and you know doing his thing, and he wound up getting noticed by Killer Ass. Damn, you know, Jazz just got noticed by Killer. And I remember when he told me that shit, he like, yo, guess who was bigging a nigga up and saying I'm cool. He said Killer. And you know, we thought he was bullshitting because me, Jazz, all of us, like we always playing this shit. So we thought he up there playing like Killer ain't noticed you, dude. Get up out of here with that. And we see this dude on Killer Digital. I mean, that really had to surprise you guys. I mean, because here you are in Yonkers. You know, you a runaway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Straight ran away. And it's just you. And then you see one of your friends make it. I mean, what was that like? It was like we all made it, though. Like, real talk. It was like we all did it. You know what I'm saying? Even though we didn't, obviously. I bit my tongue. Ow. You know what I'm saying? Even though we didn't, we just knew Jazz had us, you know, whenever he had the opportunity. So we wasn't tripping like, oh, how come Jazz made it but he didn't get his niggas? You know, we ain't call him a sellout like that because we knew what it was, you know what I'm saying? Shit, he got noticed for his poems, nigga. We ain't have no talents, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just was them random street dudes, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Jazz had talent though, like he did poetry, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. We just had, you know, powerful voices, and our presence was real New York, you know what I mean, and things like that. Jazz had the same thing, but he had poems, he had a thought, you know, thoughts that the random XTV consumer, you know, they didn't have. So of course he gonna make it. And you know, eventually he tried to get us to get on. You know, that's why he did those random recordings with me and all the people I named, you know, back in like, that was like 2011. But you know, they didn't really work out like that. Yeah, because what people don't mention is Jazz actually had his own radio show. Like, it was just one episode in 2011. And it was kind of bad. Yeah. It was pretty damn bad. It was called Jazzmar, but it was spelled like Jazz, Jazz, and it was called Jazzmar Radio. He did random poems, and yeah, man, you know, when you really different, yo, when you different and you do things like again, man, Jazz did poetry that's never been done before in XTV history. You feel me? So when you that groundbreaking, it's like that's different and everything, but what you gonna do with it? You know, and I don't think Jazz knew what to do with that shit, nigga. Like, that's a lot of what's the word, yo? That's a lot of responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to like hold and shit like that. I feel like that little game show Dean kind of came after I finally said the shit right. But yeah, you know, and Jazz didn't know what to do with that. I think you gotta talk to him about that more. But like, you know, Jazz talked to us about everything, so we kind of felt his rhythm. But you know, we'll know that nigga thoughts 100%. But overall, you know, what he told us about Jazzmar Radio is it's just some shit that he tried. You know what I mean? And I mean, one would think though, Mac Anthony is Jazz is doing these different things with his talents. I mean, did you see it in you? Did you see like, oh damn, maybe I do something unique? You know what I mean? Did you ever try to do poetry or anything? Nah, man. I mean, shit. I found my niche when I was by myself at 15. You know what I mean? Hustling. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. Like hustle or else. It wasn't about talent. It wasn't about rapping. You know what I mean? Just hustle and the process of, that's just truly what I just, always did. And it ain't to like, show bravado or nothing like that, to show that I'm tough. It's to just do what I gotta do in order to survive in this life that I, just was put into, and shit. I was put in a situation where I was forced to act a certain way. And the way I chose to act was shit, get mine, you know what I mean, before it's too late, cause ain't nobody gonna give you shit. And I did what I had to do. You know what I mean? Whether it was petty theft or petty crime, nigga, I did it, you know? So, you just used to just ride people? Shit, hell yeah, yo. Sticking up liquor stores, robbing pedestrians, coming off the fucking train, you know what I mean? On fucking Fifth Ave. Yo, doing whatever I had to do, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes shit, I ain't even used to have a gun, yo. I used to get like a stick, you know what I mean? And I used to make the shit look like a gun. I guess that's the only creative thing I ever did. It's like make some shit look like a gun and scare the shit out of people, cause they don't see it coming. Like people come to New York City and they already know like shit, motherfuckers is it's a dangerous place at times. Don't go to this place at night. But some tourists, certain shit happen. They running late, arguing with the kids, and you can trick their ass. You know what I mean? Where they least expect it, and be like, "Give me all your shit." You know what I mean? And I used to get money, suitcases, damn. You know what I mean? All kind of shit. This nigga happy by the suitcase. That's what I'm. That's what I'm saying. Damn, for fuck you, yo. This nigga say a suitcase. Damn, you ain't never had shit. Well, damn right, I'm happy about a suitcase. Look, when I ran away at 1590, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have shit. So it's like, yo, I got all these clothes and none of them fit, but at least I got a suitcase for when I do get to steal some clothes, you know what I'm saying, to put the motherfuckers in. So yeah. Crazy, dag. I mean, did you ever try anything else? When I first got locked up, this shit was real eye-opening. You know what I mean? I got locked up. I sold some weed. You know what I'm saying? My first time selling weed, a nigga get locked up. First time, I sold to a fucking undercover nigga. And he was one of them damn racist ass cops, been watching damn, I don't know, one of them stupid ass cop shows. He think he the nigga with the glasses, CSI nigga. He think he him and shit. A little bitch ass cop. And yeah, he wound up, they wound up arresting me. It was my first offense, you know what I'm saying? So a nigga actually got a slap on the wrist, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, cause I did like a month in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? For selling weed, some shit like that. I don't remember. It was long ago. But I wound up getting out of there, when I said shit, I need to do something right. It was one of them black police officers, you know what I mean? She like, you young kids got too much going on to be selling some damn weed. And it was one of them damn old ladies from a movie just come up to me, you know what I mean? This Ruby Diaz chick. And I said, okay, and I got my first job at McDonald's, and the nigga hated it. Damn. I mean, yo, Not knocking no McDonald's worker, you know what I'm saying? Do you get your money? You know what I'm saying? But yo, that shit ain't for me. The fucking tight ass t-shirts, you gotta tuck them motherfuckers into your damn pants, and them bitches already tight. So I got my fucking titties out, and I don't wear no damn undershirts or nothing like that. So I look nasty, yo. You know what I mean? Everything tight, and I'm getting niggas drinks wrong. I remember I spilled the orange high C on this nigga's burger, yo. He was fuming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I ain't mean to spill the shit on your burger. And the nigga says, I'm not mad about you spilling that shit on my burger. I said, no ice. You know what I'm saying? He pissed off because they ain't put no ice in the fucking drink. He cool with the burger with fucking orange high C in it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was bad, man. Cause you sitting there just been in the process of watching everybody run, and everybody know what they doing, and nobody got time to show you what you supposed to be doing. So you just getting yelled at by customers, by niggas that work there, and yo, it was a mess, man. It was like how Trunks explained Busch Gardens, shots out the Trunks. You know what I mean? It's exactly how he explained it. It's just like, yo, you get rolled up for shit that motherfuckers don't even let you know in the orientation. You know what I'm saying? Like really think about that shit. And so you got rolled up. Hell yeah, yo. Schedule told me I'm supposed to come in at 2, leave at 11. So I come in at 2 thinking I'm gonna leave at 11, but they say, oh, the main schedule is over here. You're supposed to come in at 1 and leave at 5. You had a short shift today. Basically, they was trying to say, nigga, we ain't trying to pay your ass that much, bitch. We cutting costs, you know. So yeah, man, you know, I say I lasted I probably lasted like 2 weeks at that bitch. I wound up cussing the manager, calling her a bitch. I threw a damn orange high C in her face. Damn, what's with the orange high C? I don't know, nigga. But I threw that shit in her face. You know what I'm saying? Threw a burger down. Flipped over the customer's table. Shit. And the crazy thing about it is right after I had my fit, I wound up selling weed again. And I sold weed to my manager. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Yeah, And I'm like, yo. And it was just the most awkward weed sale I ever did. Like, it was just so weird. It was just like, here you go. 10. Here you go, honey. Okay. Have a blessed night, yo. And it was just that brief, but like, just a long awkward pause. You know what I'm saying? Just each word I was saying. Yeah, man, you been through a shitload lot. Yeah, yo. A shitload lot, 90. Shut up, Dex. It's been a long day. So, Jazz Mars making it. I mean, we kind of jumped back, but it's all good. Jazz Mars making it, in XTV. I put him on my show 90%. I would have put y'all on there if I would have knew y'all, though, man. Nah, it's all good. You know what I mean? Again, dude, we happy for... Look, when you come from the bottom, you know what I'm saying, and nobody supports you like that, and you wind up getting people that's like you, like-minded people, we don't trip about, oh man, we'll never make it, and now he done made it. Like we was just happy that Jazz made it, period. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like one of us. It's like we made it. It's like we did it, and he still looked out. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was successful, don't mean he was too successful where we wasn't eating at Waffle House. I mean, one of the footage that we do got is the one way Jazz keep on going, don't cam me, done. Don't cam me. I remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got my little video camera that Jazz bought me, and I'm filming them. And he like, dude, I told you not to fucking cam me. Don't cam me. And this had to be like 2011, and he keeps saying that, But even little shit like that. Like he would just buy us cameras and shit. and just like we was living like we made what Jazz was making, the moves Jazz was making at the time. So that's why I say, hell nah, we wasn't tripping cause our nigga made it. Like we made it. Fuck that. You know? And we gonna all continue to make it. Shouts out to Spit, get on NXTV. Bung bung. So Jazz is successful. Finally, let's jump to 2014 as you won the Recording of the Year on the West with Jazz Mar, where y'all was ordering pizza. How, nigga? I don't know how. XTV a weird ass place. Don't ask me how. You know what I'm saying? It was just a day in the life though of Jazz and me. You know what I mean? And we was just chilling, yo, ordering some Domino's at Keisha house. And we was looking at the little tracker thing, and we got Trunks high as hell. Yeah. I ain't never seen Trunks that high. I think he need to start doing that shit more so he can stop tripping like he do. Hey. But yeah, we got him real fucked up. Trunks was like, he was messed up, yo. He was like, at the end of that recording, he kept on bumping against the wall. And I remember saying, what the fuck you doing, yo? And he was like, I'm trying to leave. What it look like? I pressed R2 already and still kept bumping up against the wall, yo. But, so that was just a good look for me, and Jazz. I mean, I still seen it as Jazz wins again, even though I was a part of that recording. I still looked at it as Jazz won, and I say once he did the Jazz Mall podcast, that's when the shit was good. Now I understand the Jazz Mall podcast got a long ass history, Mac. Yeah, yo, the shit really crazy, cause I guess I'll tell the story, cause I'm pretty sure the East don't even know, but man, shouts out to Justin, yo, cause it's like that's what we supposed to do. Back in 2013, like when FNK was officially over, when it ended. I say like, cause I think we said FNK ended in 2012 on this one recording. We was wrong as a motherfucker. FNK ended in 2013. You know what I'm saying? But when it ended, everybody was trying to fill that void. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, FNK ain't on no more. What's gonna take its place? And that's when they was like, shit. They tried to get Jazz and J Baby and Sienna. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember Sienna, but she was like a rookie in 2012. And it was like those three was gonna be a part of the show, and they had like a test taping or something like that. And I think it was really ass. You know what I'm saying? I think they didn't have no chemistry or nothing like that. And then they just tried Jazz and J Baby, and none of it really worked. But just with all the combinations, you know what I'm saying, the ones that they kept using was Jazz mainly. You know what I'm saying? J Baby too, but it was like, I think they tried Jazz and somebody else after J Baby, and it's just like Jazz he fit. And that's one of the reasons he hosted Bars of Mania, is cause Jazz had power in his voice. And so finally they finally made the decision to Justin did Justin's podcast. I don't even remember what the first episode was, but like it was so good to us where we was like, damn, this is it. We ain't got the game, we ain't got this, but shit, we can do the podcast thing. That would make more sense. And that's what we wind up doing. You know what I'm saying? We wind up doing the podcast. I mean, at first it was just Jazz by itself though. And I don't know what got into it where we said, shit, Jazz need a sidekick. And from what I understand, sorry, Dad, but from what I understand, I mean, it was so weird because like they was gonna use Trunks as doing the podcast, but what do you think made them choose Jazz? it's like I said, like he was more popular, like he was more younger. You know what I'm saying? And he was more different with it. And that's why they chose him. But I guess down the road, they just figured he just needed a host. Cause one thing we'll never want to do on the XTV West side is look too similar to the East. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them dudes, but it's like we want to stand on our own. You know what I'm saying? We always wanted to do well. We started to want to do that. You know what I'm saying? By like damn '06, when we truly found our identity. Because if you really look at the '05 recordings, nigga, like Best is so trying to be Bobby, you know what I mean? Trunks is definitely trying to be Justin outside of the pimping shit. And Killer's like one of the only original dudes, even though he got similarities with LT. That's about as far as it goes as biting, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. But like, that's why the content of '05 for XTV West Coast is not regarded as, good. Maybe it was groundbreaking because it gave us the idea to stand on our own. But overall, we was just trying to be like XTV East back then. You know what I'm saying? And like, I guess listening to those recordings, I'm going on a different topic, but I guess listening to those recordings for so much back then, it's like, damn, nigga, why are we trying to be them? Why aren't we being ourselves, And then you just hear how lame it is and shit. You try to do your best to stand on your own. And that's what we started to do, And so going back to this, though, we was like, shit, Justin is an older cat, you know what I mean? Jazz is younger. So that's already us not trying to be them, you know what I mean? Only thing that's similar to them is it being the podcast, But we don't have the stories that they tell. I hope y'all get what Mac trying to say, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here kind of struggling, like, with words. I've been struggling like this all day today, like just trying to find the right word to say. I hope y'all get what I'm saying, though. But basically, we was trying to stand on our own by doing Jazz Mars podcast. You know what I'm saying? And we do. You know what I mean? You definitely do, Mac. I mean, even though your ass always sleeping, yo, go to hell. Like you do add a certain dynamic to it. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to early Jazz Mom podcast episodes that this nigga still ain't uploaded. And you just feel like you ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Like you just feel it like, damn, Jazz ain't here. I mean, Mac ain't here. And you just like, you feel that you ain't there. And I don't know what it is. And maybe you like that one nigga from Arrested Development, the old dude, it's like he don't do anything on any album, but you feel his presence, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's just what you got, even though your ass sleep. And you chime in a few times, though. Yeah, niggas just like that's just the big misconception that Mac is always sleeping. I don't be sleep, yo. Like, I just don't be saying shit. And I think they mentioned it on XTV East, the X-Pac or some shit. He, he got his podcast, and I think, not X-Pac, somebody else. They got a podcast with a extra host, and the other host always like don't be talking, and they said they compare me to that, and that's just how it is. Like, yo, I already said it at the beginning, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm more of a listener. Like me and Jazz, we introverted as hell, and we ain't the most talkative niggas, you know what I'm saying? Unless people got some shit to talk about that we want to talk about. Like, for instance, yo, I was at CVS the other day, you know what I mean? Like, and there was this random broad that come in the store, and she's like, those are some pretty gummy bears. I'm like, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? And to some people that I might seem like a dick, but I don't give a fuck about no gummy bears. Yeah, they good, motherfucker, It's like, it be a little shit like that. Like, I'm just not that talkative dude. Like, what am I supposed to say? Oh, great gummy bears. Ho, ho. Like, fuck that. Fuck a gummy bear. You know what I mean? And yo, that's just how it is. So I guess I'm lonely for life because I don't talk like everybody else talk. Fuck out of here, yo. Yeah, fuck out of here. So, I fucks with you, Mac. I mean, y'all have done various podcasts. What's your favorite, Mac? Yo, I fucks with the monster one, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is really groundbreaking to me, cause that's the first time he got to tell his story. You know what I mean? Like we often get trapped with hearing the same stories the next TV. Pain, Big Trunks, you know what I'm saying? The same people tell their stories all the time. And Killer, he told his story, but think about it, Killer don't always tell his story. We don't know everything, you know what I mean? Because every time he do mention something, we learn something new. Not saying we don't learn nothing new when we hear the Pain and Trunk stories, but we heard their stories so much where it get redundant after a while. You feel me? So finally, somebody else that we never knew had a real story, you know what I mean, and real issues that he struggled with, throughout his lifetime. And I think that's why that's one of the greatest. And on top of that, dude, like if you really listen to that, and I recommend everybody to go listen to that shit, Monsters podcast with us, like, cause when you hear how positive he talking about Frank, and to just think 1 month later Frank is passed away, you know what I mean? When you really put all of that into perspective, it's like, wow, you know what I mean? It just show you your life is too short. And the fact that this dude is doing what a lot of people don't do, giving people roses while they there, while they existing, because Frank was still alive, you know what I mean? And you hear you hear Monster just saying all this positive shit about him, you know what I mean? And sometimes he be extra, like, when he say the little Frank stuff that he be saying, it's like call. But like right here, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? That dude really loved his dude, you know what I'm saying? That's his brother, that's his partner. And again, 1 month later, it's like, who would expect that? You know what I'm saying? And that's why that's one of my favorites. You know what I mean? The shit long as a motherfucker. Let me see. Give me one moment. I'm gonna see how long it is. I'm sitting there telling you niggas, yeah, go check that shit out. That shit long as fuck. Hold on. Yeah, dag. I mean, it is an interesting podcast because, like you said, I mean, that's a story that rarely gets told. People had their own understanding and own whatever. Oh shit, there you go, right there. Straight skip the motherfucker, yo. Don't you hate when you click one thing but another motherfucker want to pop up? Yo, the shit is an hour and 44 minutes. Damn, that shit long. It's an hour and 44 minutes. Jazzmar podcast. Monster. Corey Jordan. Yeah, man. This is, but that's one of my favorites. I can talk about this shit forever. You know what I mean? It's funny. It's interesting. And, it's a whole lot of interesting things going on. Yeah. So, yo, shouts out to, Monster. Yeah, dag, Jazz. I said Jazz. Mac, I just want to say this. And this is 90 keeping it so real. I ain't trying to, what you call it? Like, be no conspiracy theorist or nothing like that. I keep it real. That's why this shit is called the Real Nigga Podcast. I tell it, I come from the heart. You know what I'm saying? As we just clicked on Jazz Mars podcast, Monster, you know what I mean? We look at the side part on YouTube, and it says the actual voices of black slaves recorded, now revealed. Okay. You see, from my understanding, recording devices didn't exist to the damn 30s or some shit, or the 20s, you know what I'm saying? One of them damn things. So how in the fuck was slaves singing recorded. And I mean, motherfuckers remember, like, if you learned your history in school, Black History Month, y'all remember, ain't nobody gonna hold me down, the slaves singing and shit. How the hell they recorded the damn slaves singing way back in the 1800s, picking cotton and shit? You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't no recording devices. Illuminati. Anyway, so yeah, I love the Jazz Mod podcast, man. I mean, it inspired me to do a podcast, Mac. And that's another thing. I mean, cause like when people say, "Oh, y'all niggas inspired me to do a podcast," like I can't help but look at Justin. Like that's who made us want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Cause you was our idol. When we ain't have nothing, it was you. Like because you was that voice of people that are treated wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you get that bazooka and you burn them motherfuckers. All the shit you did. You tear up shit. And that's how we feel inside. But you was the one that did that though. And you one of the greats, man. Straight up. Yeah, dag. I had something else to say to your ass, man. But you was giving me admiration. And I ain't want to miss none of that. So yeah, you do the Jazz Mod podcast, and then eventually you recently did your own podcast with my auntie Queendom. Yeah, yo, we gonna try to upload that shit this Saturday. For anybody that wanna know, that's gonna be August 19th. This Saturday is gonna be my debut podcast episode that I did with Queendom. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it was a lot of fun. We chopped it up, and it's before she got in the ring and everything. You know what I mean? You got any more coming up? Yeah, cause mine's gonna be real different. My whole podcast, my whole steve's gonna be different. Like I got Danny, you know what I'm saying? James's little son. I got him gonna be on my podcast. I got a slew of niggas, you know what I'm saying? Jazzmar actually has a rookie that's coming that he interviewed back in 2016 that's supposed to come here. But again, Jazzmar is king and consistent. But yo, that's my nigga. That's right, dag. So Mac, I mean, I guess that's about it. I mean, is there anything else we need to know? Yo, just keep a lookout for Jazzmar Podcast. We know we ain't been uploading this frequent. We going through a lot of shit. It's just a lot going on in life. I think that shit bothers you though, like when you ain't really where you want to be 100% in your life. You know what I'm saying? I think it bothers you in ways you don't realize sometimes. And shit, you kind of just be, I guess, a Debbie Downer or whatever, and you be sad, you know what I mean? You be depressed. And I ain't gonna lie, shit, it's been one of them type of months, you know what I'm saying? And I say months with an S, cause like these past few months been real tough on a nigga, you know what I mean? People dying and shit, just all kind of stuff, yo, just like the most unfortunate shit going on. But eventually we gonna get back to that. We just started getting back on the animation, believe it or not. You know what I mean? We used to do that every day, but we just got back to it because, like I said, shit been hard. We been busy, but as far as working all the time and coming home, and all you want to do is sleep and relax. You know what I mean? Watch a bitch or two. But yeah, man, we coming back with the podcast real soon. We out our feelings into entertaining y'all niggas. And there you have it, dag. Real Nigga Podcast, your boy 90. Oh yeah. Wait. Are we gonna see you on the game, Mac? Yeah, you gonna see me on that shit. Oh my god. Yeah, you gonna see me. At first I was contemplating like, oh, I might just be that announcer role. Fuck that shit, yo. I'm get in there for a little bit though. You know what I mean? Test the waters with it. And if it don't work out like I wanted to work out, I might just be like a backstage announcer, some shit. You know what I mean? To shoot my own videos. Call, dog. Call. Fuck. Oh no, I just started thinking about that scene on the movie and file liner. But yeah. Ah man, it's a good ass time, Dad. But yeah, there you have it, man. We got another one in the books. TJ Combo, Mac Anthony, Real Nigga Podcast. We out of this bitch. Bong bong.